Yeah, sure.
Yeah, welcome guys. Hi Venkat. Hi
Hey
Aditya.
man, what's up? How are you doing?
I'm great, dude. Aditya, introduce yourself to the podcast, man.
You
Start
started
with
the
that.
podcast.
Yeah, I started the podcast. You can start
Oh,
introducing yourself.
okay. So I'm Aditya, and I am Aditya. I stay in Varanasi. I have a YouTube channel. That is the one thing I can talk about because that is the most relevant thing here. So the channel name is Under the Hood, and so now I'm an automobile engineer. I just gave my final exam just 3 to 4 days back. So now I can call myself. So yeah, I like automobiles. I make automobile content. You can watch my channel. Product will give you the link of that. So that's a short intro about me. Now yeah, Product, back to you.
Yeah. So. Hey Venkat, how have you been, man? It's been a long time. Venkat का frame freeze हो गया क्या?
Yeah, no, I was free. Yeah. That's like the general. What's up?
Just for a second, dude. Literally.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, guys, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, so that's the issue with with podcasts in 2020, right? You have to rely on your internet service to
More than ever.
be A1 at all the time.
More than ever. Literally more than
Even
Yeah,
then,
right.
it's making
You
things
need your,
easier, no?
yeah, dude. I swear, dude. You need your internet service to be the best at all the time. It's weird, right?
since though we have come to all about this thing, the lockdown gig down thing. I've noticed this thing. I don't know if you guys have noticed. So like we are the few fortunate people who have been able to manage money as a resource, and we are fighting this pandemic very well. Like we don't have money problems as of now, which means like our mom and dad, like Aditya, you, myself, everyone's mom and dad have managed to save well, set up funds, etc. But this isn't the case for the entire population if you take into account. So to deal with this, there is something called as
Yeah.
financial literacy. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. There is something called
Yeah.
as financial literacy, where this subject deals with how you are going to handle money as a resource and how to survive situations like what's happening right now. Do you think like people should be like made aware of what's happening? And I think this should be a part of the education system, man. At some point of time, students must be taught about financial literacy and how to handle their money. What's your opinion, both of you?
So I will say that see, in India, people are. I think people are born financial literate. They think that they are not, but you might know that when we were small, our parents tell us this: like, if you save money today, you put it into a piggy bank, and after 30 days, when you take the piggy bank, you'll get some money, and you can buy some stuff with that. So I think that is easy way of teaching financial literate, which was taught to us like way before we were ever like we will ever be taught or we will ever be like given a more conventional knowledge about that. But talking about it, we always know what is right, but we ignore the facts. Like talking about the financial literacy, people all over India had problems with money and all those things. But when it came to liquor, people
For
were
sure.
buying that. People had no regret buying that. So you cannot say that people were in crisis. People were in crisis, of course, but they had to make a decision and they made that decision. So I think in India, people are financial literate, but at the end of the day, they go with they go with the flow. They cannot control themselves. So my point is people go with the flow. They don't like do the right thing that they can do.
Venki, your thing? What's your thought on this? The financial literacy.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I kind of agree to what Aditya said, right? Like, I feel like and also to what you said, basically, like, I feel it's like something that people should know how what to do and how to do. But then at the same time, it's kind of important to know about the fact that what kind of a situation you are in, based on what people like, what essentially the government has taken the decision based on your behalf, which is basically what has happened with like most of the people who are basically dependent on manual labor for their wages and for the money they earn day to day, right? So it's basically the government telling them and deciding on their behalf that like you probably will get you will not get rather the money that you earn for whatever point of time. And yeah, I mean it's important for people to know how to do that, right? to manage their financial status and how they will be able to get through tough times in general, basically like what we are facing right now, because this is essentially what you would say as a you would define as a financial stagnation, right? Like there's literally no inflow or outflow of money through the country, because almost everything is at a standstill. Like almost all the industries are shut down. Almost every other industry is like completely in a stagnant period. Yeah, I mean, it's a weird time, right? Like, and if people are not like educated, or at least taught about their at least the basic part of it, it's going to be a difficult time, I feel like. Yeah, it's kind of true. Yeah.
Yeah. Since you told the weird time, you mentioned that word, no? Let's talk about our favorite YouTubers and what's the number one YouTuber you watch during these times, this weird time where everyone's depressed. Honestly, everyone's depressed. I'm depressed, you're depressed, everyone's depressed. We need some sort of motivation to go through this. I watch a lot of David Dobrik. That's my go-to, to make myself happy. I watch a lot of David Dobrik because I can't party. I am not in LA, so obviously I wish I had a life like that. So yeah, David Dobrik is my thing. What's your guys' favorite YouTube channel?
David Dobrik, yeah, I love David Dobrik. Uh-huh.
Who's your
Yeah,
favorite YouTuber?
Aditya, you go first. You go first.
Yeah, Aditya.
So,
If you say yourself, that's it.
You're the special guest. I feel it's
so I'm
only
not saying
right that
myself.
you say.
Well,
Yeah.
of course, I won't say myself, but I think my favorite. I don't have any favorite YouTuber, but I think I watch YouTube videos of. See, I was when you were asking this question, I was thinking about what should I tell. I don't have any particular person in mind, but just for the sake of telling, I will say I don't know, CNBC Awaz maybe. I don't know. Man, I cannot answer this.
You watch
I'm not into
CNBC.
YouTube.
At this point in time, you watch CNBC. What
I
is
don't
this?
know. I cannot tell this because I just watch random videos. I don't have any fixed favorite YouTuber that if he has some content, I'm going to watch it. Previously, I used to watch
Yeah,
Engineering
yeah.
Explained when I was in college, but now it's not like that. Now I don't like his video. I don't like that person only because he's trying to implement humors and it does not make sense. That is why, like, I don't have any such favorite YouTuber. I just watch random videos, whatever content is going on right now. For example, right now I'm watching this Photoshop videos. Like as you know, I was making some this Photoshop rendering the things. So I was watching these videos, and when I'll be over with these things, then I'll switch over to some other topics. So I don't have some like fixed routine or fixed YouTuber basically that I watch his content and I get excited or I get relaxed. That is not the case.
Okay. I mean, understandable. But the CNBC thing, that's a way to get your BP high. That's not a way to entertain yourself. That's
CNBC is like when I open my mobile first thing in the morning, I get the recommendation of CNBC Awaz live TV. I'm like, okay, let's see this. What's happening in the market? And I'm like, okay, let them say something that is better than nothing. That is the thing. I just switch it on and keep it as a sleep. And my parents are like, okay, this person is doing something real good. I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
I get it. Yeah.
Venkat,
That makes sense.
whom do you watch during these times?
I mean, see, I don't exactly have like a favorite YouTuber of sorts, but like I have a genre based off what I watch YouTube content of, which is basically mostly regarding tech. So I really love MKBHD and this guy called Mr. Who's the Boss, if you don't know him.
No, I know.
He's
Dude. Mr. Who's
basically
the
this
Boss.
tech YouTuber. Yeah, he's a tech YouTuber from UK. He's based in UK, so I really love watching his videos. And apart from that, I really like watching gameplay videos. And so in that department, it's like mostly there's this people called the Rat Brad who has like the best, in my opinion. He has like the best gameplay videos that's posted on YouTube. Like you guys should probably check him out. He has gameplay videos of almost every single new game that's out there, and it's really cool. We should actually check him out.
And what about you? Who's your favorite YouTuber? Don't tell my name. Except
I told you, dude. David Dobrik. You should check him out, dude. Aditya, since you wake up every day.
I love David Dobrik, man. That guy, that guy has some amazing content on YouTube. I love that guy. He's really good.
And Aditya, if you're expecting organized content, means David Dobrik isn't the guy. David Dobrik is like he parties with a bunch of friends, but his content is really good. He does give a lot of stuff to the deserving people, student community especially.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he gives
yeah, yeah, yeah.
iPads,
That
laptops,
is really true.
student loans, everything, dude. He gives a lot of
Yeah,
money to
yeah.
the student community. Yeah, that's a real motivation thing to watch right now, in case you're like depressed or something like that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So, like, let's,
That guy is really cool. Yeah, that is really cool.
yeah, dude. I mean, I wish there was a David Dobrik in India. Under the hood, if you're watching, will you be
And
the
I'm
David
sure,
Dobrik?
man. I really wish. Dude, India is filled with TikTokers more than YouTubers, I feel, and I'm really not ready to go into that topic right now. It's really controversial, as every one of you know. Like, I mean, you should. I feel like being a YouTuber, I feel it's a much more respectable job than the other half, rather.
TikToker.
But then, I mean, I'm not here to make controversial comments regarding that, so I'm going to step out of that. So, yeah.
I mean, like, okay, this is actually I was coming up with this question only. Under the Hood has a monetized
Oh,
YouTube channel, dude. He has achieved, like, while studying with us, he secretly achieved his goal. Aditya, I want you to explain the struggles that you've been through
okay.
and how difficult a journey it is for a
Come
single
again,
person
come
to
again. I
get
didn't get your
monetized.
question. Come again, I didn't get your question. Pranav, come
What
again.
are the challenges you faced, like, while developing this community of subscribers, and like, explain me through the challenges? What are the difficulties you faced while creating
Yeah,
content?
yeah, that makes sense.
Inspiration. Help
Yeah,
us, help a poor YouTuber out, dude. Help us out.
I mean, we love to know what are the challenges you faced, and like the ways in which you could you could overcome those.
Yeah, yeah, I
In a
don't
way
have
that
a lot of subscribers, so I cannot say that I'm a successful YouTuber. I've just started. No, it has been a long time now. It has been 1.5 years. But the thing is, see, the reason why I started was simple reason. Actually, I knew that I wanted to build my own garage or something. For that reason, I wanted an audience. But yeah, for that reason, I wanted an audience like beforehand. That will just save my marketing cost. This was in my mind 1.5 years, 1.5 years back. But to do that, I had like various content. Like I like to do DIYs, so I started with making DIY content and all those things. But the challenges were like, initially I started with I didn't expect anything that I want growth or something. But when you put out first content or maybe second content, you will be like, why I'm not getting views? Why is it people are not watching my videos? Though you have thought this initially that you don't want views and you don't want likes, but when you start putting out content, you'll be like, why am I not getting views when I'm making content that is similar to other YouTubers, famous YouTubers? So that was the thing that is natural. But again, my mom was like, it does not matter. Remember the day you started, you did not expect any result. So keep doing that. And as you said in the beginning, before starting the podcast, that you saw my one video of repainting Pulsar things, right?
Mm.
Repainting Pulsar. So what happened last year in December? I was coming back to Chennai, and my channel was not doing good, obviously. So a message from YouTube came that one of your videos is being liked more often usual by the people. So I was like, what is happening? So I saw that video was getting around 3,000 to 4,000 views per day, and like normally my total views are like 1K per day. So that video alone was getting 3,000 to 4,000 views in month of December. So that video like got viral and it got like 1 lakh views in like one month. So that is
okay.
the reason my channel got monetized. So other than that, I don't think I've done a lot in this, but like it was not a big thing, so I didn't do a lot. We all know that we had a lot of time in a college. So unlike other people, when they spend their time sleeping or talking to their girlfriend, maybe I usually learn this video editing or something, some other content. I do work on my bikes. So that was the thing I sacrificed, but I didn't have any other options. I didn't have a girlfriend to spend time with her. So that is the reason I was into
So,
this.
It's a very engineering answer, dude.
so I mean,
And that made me more successful.
you yeah, you kind of prove that you're like one of us, like as in one of the mechanical engineering dudes
Yeah,
who
we
have
have
like
an
different
exception
kind of
here. Pranav is
girlfriends
an
and shit,
exception here.
and then they went out. Yeah, I mean, and then they went on to do something so much better that they actually think that girlfriends are kind of completely useless. Not completely, come on. I mean, I'm not trying to betray girlfriends or anything, but like, yeah, I mean, in a way, I mean, you definitely did say that like it's better not to have a girlfriend and like have a YouTube channel. That's like really really cool. that is, I feel that's like really nice. I mean, yeah, I get that feeling. You're like the correct, you're like the perfect representative of all of us, all the mechanical dudes in the
Exactly.
in the
Exactly.
society, and I feel like we couldn't be represented in center. We could be.
I mean, like, honestly, yeah, it makes a lot of sense to do that also. But like, did you like
Mhm.
Aditya? I want to ask you this question also. Did you practice some this? There is this new trend going on. Like this is like a new business apparently. Social media digital marketing. Did you employ any of these techniques in social media digital marketing? Like for example, did you use any Facebook ads? Like, did you do any YouTube promotions? Did you pay YouTube for some promotions on your title to come top? I know it's a very cliche question to ask, but did
That's
you?
a very interesting. That's a very interesting topic. What happened once I was working for on a video that is what's under the hood of Hyundai i10. That video took almost research and editing was not that great, but I did a lot of research in that. That took 3 to 4 months. So when I published that video, I wanted that someone whosoever write under the hood, my video should come at the top. So I was like just understanding how this ad thing works on YouTube. And at that time, my AdSense account, Google AdSense account, I uploaded 1,000 rupees. I just like added 1,000 rupees into that, and I selected few channels. That was Autocar India and Car Deco. These were few channels I selected, and I selected that my ad should be placed on these channels. Like if someone clicks on these channels, watches videos of these channels, my video should come first. But what I did not realize was that I was the highest bidder on that video. So highest bidder as in, like, for example, if you are a YouTuber and you are putting a video and I'm putting a video, and if you can put 2 rupees per ad, I can put 3 rupees per ad. So my video will be my ad will put on that video. Okay. So I didn't realize that I was the highest bidder. Next morning when I woke up, I just saw that my video views were like 30 views up, and I like that 1,000 rupees got exhausted. So I was like, what the fuck happened? What was my where's my 1,000 rupees? Then I was like, you this YouTube has put your bidding so much that you have to, like, they exhausted the money by putting my bid higher. So that money got exhausted. So after that, I didn't try the thing again. So that was a bad experience, man. I'm like, I just lost 1,000 in this thing without earning a shit. I thought I earned 6 rupees till now from
That's
YouTube,
really,
and I got everything. That was
One
the
and
bad
a half
that's
years
really
of
smart
struggle
on
and
YouTube
6
spot,
rupees,
right?
dude. I mean, Venki, did you listen to him? 1.5 years to gain 1,000 subscribers and he has made 6 rupees right now. I mean,
you should
I
leave
know,
this
right?
program. Just
Yeah,
leave
exactly.
of course
this
it is.
part, man. It is
I
very
know,
bad.
right?
I mean, I think there
Dude,
should be
that's
a
like
better way,
mental, dude.
or like they should
I
encourage
mean
students to make videos to get us money. I mean, for people who are under 25, there should be a bar like for you 100 subscribers, you can start making money. It's very difficult to reach 1,000 subscribers, man. It's not a
I
joke,
mean,
to be
dude,
honest.
to be really honest, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's for sure, right? Like, I mean, even for YouTube, on YouTube's part as their own, I feel like it's a business for them as a whole, right? Like for them too, it's like a way in which they earn money too. Like, so, like, I mean, if you're at YouTube, if you're somebody who's working at a marketing department on YouTube, and you have, like, say, a target of achieving some number of ads or something like that, it becomes really difficult to pay attention to smaller, smaller communities like us who don't really have that much subscribers, when communities like, say, of Mr. Beast or maybe PewDiePie is in comparison to us. It's really difficult. Like, yeah, like, so thinking about, like, those things, like, obviously YouTube would want to promote videos of their channels even more, because obviously they know that they would make more revenue, and out of that YouTube as a whole will earn more money. So in that way, I don't really blame YouTube. But then, yeah, I mean, if YouTube is that kind of a community where you allow content, or if you allow talent to be showcased, I feel like people should be allowed, like as you said, like, there should be like a waiver or anything like that, so that people like us who are actually making good content, or maybe at least trying to make good content and trying to establish a community here. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you look at Aditya's channel himself, I mean, his channel is pretty good. His channel is like pretty, I mean, informative at least. Like he puts in a lot of effort. He does a lot of things behind it. So I mean, it's only fair that YouTube actually allows his channels to be broadcasted even further based on what the content that he posts. Like yeah, I mean, but then again, like it all depends on money, right? Like it completely boils down to how much money YouTube makes and you make, right?
Venki, have you been to any one of Aditya's interviews before? Like I've been to one. Aditya has a very, smart marketing stack.
Actually,
You've been there?
no, I actually haven't been to any of Aditya's interviews. I'm sorry, I actually have not. I mean, I don't really know what it's to be a part like. Like you should probably share your experience, man.
That's what I was
Like
actually gonna say.
how was that experience?
It was
Since we have
amazing,
both
dude.
of you on the podcast today.
It was amazing. I can't guarantee
Okay.
any talk show does this to you. I will tell you the perks of Aditya's talk show. You'll get free breakfast. Okay. He'll buy you free breakfast, unlimited, no choices, no questions asked. He'll buy you free breakfast. He'll take you to it's valet
Wow,
service.
that's
From the
okay.
point
That's
he will
amazing.
take it to
Okay.
your home. He'll make sure he takes it to your home. You will be offered green tea. And you'll also, it's not like, when our podcast is like instant. You don't know what I'm going to ask. I don't know what you're going to ask. But Aditya will give you the questions before. You have time to prepare also. So that also, green tea,
Oh, that is
AC
really
room.
good.
I had
AC
the
room.
best time, man. I seriously had the best time. We
I
had a
mean,
laptop. It was like a professional
yeah, I mean,
debate talk show.
Yeah.
yeah, that is lovely, right? Like being somebody, being a guest on a show like that, it'll be lovely. Like I'd love to be a part of that. I'm not kidding. That'll be amazing. I'm not kidding right now.
Yeah,
If
at
you
that
get
point of time, he was
much
very
amount of
young. I mean, like, he was just exploring the options available. Right now, he's like a big deal. But at that point of time, he was exploring. And I wish I had that confidence he
yeah, I
had.
get it. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I like seriously, I wish I had the confidence he had
You made
those
me a big
times.
deal, bro. You made me a big deal. Thanks for that. All thanks to you. After you came on my channel became a big deal.
I didn't do anything, man. But I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation. It was fun, dude. Venki, it was seriously fun. I wish we had that kind of a format, but so now ours is a podcast and we don't have a specific thing to do. But yeah, even that is like a
Yeah. That is true. That is true. Yeah, I mean, it's really amazing to be in that kind of environment. I mean, I couldn't imagine any better. To actually know what you're going to be asked, and like that'll be really amazing. And then you're fed free breakfast. Being a mechanical engineering student, I feel like that's like the best kind of the best kind of thing you can do for any student, any engineering student for that part, especially
exactly,
from SRM.
exactly.
It'll be amazing, right? I mean, considering the fact that some of us in SRM who used to hate breakfast, and more than hate breakfast,
You didn't have time to have breakfast, dude.
we
Like,
just didn't have the time to eat breakfast.
exactly.
Exactly. If somebody actually treated you to breakfast, that would be like literally the dream come true for any SRM student. So I couldn't I'm literally at loss of words for the kind of things that Aditya did for his. That's really amazing, man. Kudos to you and your channel, dude.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I mean, like, if you are here right now, there is a sense. But like exploring about the same
That's
YouTube thing, have
really
you
sweet.
guys seen this Facebook Blueprint course? Okay, there is now a course launched by Facebook. It's like completely free, where Facebook is teaching you all the ad tools, how to promote ad, how to create ads on Instagram and Facebook. I think you guys should check it out. I wish there was a student community who learned all this ad promotion thing and helped small YouTubers like us out there. Check it out. Facebook Blueprint.
Facebook is giving what classes of
What's it called?
Yeah, free classes, free marketing classes. You can study them, you can get certified, you can start making ads for companies. It's a wonderful opportunity. The thing is, no one is aware of this. You have ads on Instagram promotions, a lot of things. In fact, I think that can be very useful for you if you study these, because you will not be paying any third-party company to make an ad for you. You'll be saving hell lot of bucks on that itself. You can make ad, you can promote your ad on Instagram, you can do a lot of stuff. You can understand how the analytics works also. So that will give you a better understanding of reaching the target audience properly. So I want you, both of you guys, to check out Facebook Blueprint. It's an amazing skill to add to your resume, and it's completely free.
Should
And
I
it's
put
not
the
coding.
link in the description? Link to that. Add the course into the description down below.
Yeah, definitely. Venki, if you have a laptop, I think you can check it out.
Yeah, I'm actually right on their website right now. Their website is like very elaborate, and they have like courses pertaining to how you can launch, like how you can begin with Facebook ads, and then how you can go on to create a Facebook page to grow your business. And then there are there are courses related to how you can post different like posts basically pertaining to your business, and then how you can grow your business linking it with Instagram, and how you can advertise on Instagram. So like there's like dude, this website looks pretty
It's an
elaborate. Like
amazing
this is really
deal, dude. I'm telling you. But grab it fast before the general public knows about this and it becomes a paid service.
completely free of cost. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks really cool. Like it's completely elaborate, and it looks like really nice. I mean, for people like us, essentially unbeknownst about most things, and we are like kind of clueless at the point of time. Like this seems kind of a cool idea where you can begin your career from, like just generally
And
posting
it's
ads
not
and
coding.
such.
So you don't need to worry about
Exactly.
sitting hours in front of the computer.
Exactly, right? Exactly. That's what most people like us who have like little or no computer knowledge during college are scared about. I mean, it's really cool when you get to see things like this that actually does not have anything pertaining to coding, but they have so much shit that's related to, like, just general marketing and PR, and it's so easy to learn. It's really nice. I mean, this is really cool. I feel like.
So
What do you think?
Aditya, basically the thing is you don't need an MBA degree to manage your own page. That's the whole concept behind this. It's like this is what social media affiliate marketing stands for. You just pick up these skills, you give the exam organized by Facebook. Hardly 45 minutes it takes to give the exam. You can have it in your LinkedIn, and you can approach companies and say to them, for example, I actually tried this out. I approached an Australian car company and I told them, like, I will make ad and content for you. I'm an automotive engineer. You don't need to pay me at all. If you like my post, you can pay me. And they, you know what, they responded back to me saying that you can call me at this time. I mean, I am not going to
No.
do so, but this is what Facebook taught me, that you can try this approach out. So I'm telling you, this course is amazing. I want you guys to check this out. Both Aditya, you and Venkat, you. I'll post this in the description. Aditya, especially for you, since you have a successful
really cool.
page.
Yeah. I feel like, Aditya, you will actually be able to benefit from this entire thing as a lot, because they literally have courses based on how you can promote your pages, and how you can establish an entire database of things in general. It's really cool. I feel like.
Can you just tell me the URL of this website?
I will post it in the description. Like, let's leave it right now. I'm just keep it in the mind for now. Once the video gets uploaded, I'll get in touch with you and explain all this shit stuff. Venki, I mean, like, since you hate coding and you are a very creative person, I'm guessing this should be a beautiful avenue for you also.
Yeah.
Don't laugh.
I mean,
I
yeah.
know.
Thanks, man. I mean, I'm literally thanking you for this, because this seems like really cool, and they literally have like this tab that goes on to tell you to create an ad right now, and you basically just have to log in through Facebook and then just create your ad, and then that creation of your ad basically entails them to just upload an image of what you want to upload, and then it's just like that. Like it's really cool, like the way it's laid out, and the entire idea behind it's really cool, especially considering how education in general is turning out to be in 2020. Like they're literally
Yeah, man. This is the new MBA. To be honest, like, this is your new MBA.
Yeah, right. Exactly. This is like the new MBA, especially like after whatever shit is going on. Like I don't really think that going to classes and getting a degree will be a thing after what's going on. And I mean, all these things, like all this entire prospect seems really interesting to me. I mean, I'm really being honest. Like, really cool.
Yeah. We are heading towards the end now. Aditya, I want to ask you this question. like Facebook Blueprint, have you come across any useful tool during this quarantine which you find will be worth sharing, or any valuable lesson that you learned during
Come
this
again,
quarantine?
Pranav, I missed it. Come again, I missed it.
Okay.
Come again.
Any valuable skill set or life lesson that you learned during this quarantine that you think that people like us should learn? Tell me anything.
Yeah. There's a thing that I was thinking just before, like, I think every day. One thing that I realized, I learned from this quarantine thing is that you can never be certain of the future and you can never decide what is going to happen because things changes drastically and you don't know. You can, like, we always make plan like what we'll do in next 5 years, what shit we are going to do next year, what shit we are going to do next day. But the thing is, it does not work. It never does, man. For me, it never does. See, I told you in the beginning that I had a long-term plan that I was planning for 1.5 years, and it all went down to shit right now. It is nothing. So I think so. The thing is, you cannot just think of the time ahead. I think you should just live what you are like. You should just live at that moment, and you should enjoy this moment, and yeah, we should worry about that extent, man, because I think it does not matter now. This is the thing that I have realized in this quarantine thing that is very important because future is very uncertain and it cannot be like. I think that this interview question is also gonna change because whenever we go give some interview, we are asked one but fixed question: what are you planning to do in next 5 years? Where do you see yourself in next 5 years? I think if someone asks me this question, I'll be like, I know this is not the right way to answer, but I'll be like, I don't know about it because we don't really know about it. So
Exactly.
that's the thing.
It makes a lot of sense since you pulled that up. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? It's now becoming a stupid question, dude. I mean, I didn't believe in 2016 that a virus is going to be happening in 2020. I mean, no one warned me about this. I was a happy-go-lucky kid in 2016. I don't know.
I
Seriously.
swear, dude. Like
Seriously.
2016 was completely full of, like, having amazing thoughts of how, I'll be working at Tesla one day,
bro.
and the fact that, I'll probably make like supercars and shit, and probably working with Ferrari and all. That was 2016, right? Like, and 2020, fast forward, and I'm literally sitting here, and like I'm like, it's weird, right? Like, you just can't go out of your house, and if you go out of your house, the first thing that you have to do is wear a mask and carry a hand sanitizer. And it's weird. Like, that entire lifestyle is completely weird. Like, thinking about it. Right?
Yeah, man. I mean, I get it. It's the same for me also. I don't like
Uh-huh.
what's happening here right now.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
But,
It's honestly it's depressing. But I wish this people around the globe learn a lesson that China shouldn't be given this much of importance as they are giving right now. And I wish
yeah, exactly.
became the next super
Exactly.
economy, dude. I seriously wish.
Exactly.
Like, I'm going to
Exactly.
conclude by saying this. This is going to be an unpopular opinion. Both of you guys might argue against me. I saw I came across this news that said that Trump banned Chinese students from coming into the states. Heard about this? So
I
yeah,
don't think that's not the point.
Whoa.
It's the same thing like banning Pakistan from playing with India, something like that. I don't think that makes sense.
exactly.
Like, it's simple.
Yeah, but seeing what they did to the entire student community, it feels like you get what you fucking deserve, dude. Seriously.
I don't know what exactly they did to the student community. That is why I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, I told you it's an unpopular opinion, but I can understand what you're trying to say. But they kind of destroyed the dreams of millions of students, man. No one can no one can think of a.
We should drop a nuclear bomb in China. The most popular opinion should be we should drop a nuclear bomb in China, and like China is just.
Yeah. I mean, people would be really happy about that. And then there's some certain president of this certain United States who is really hell bent on doing that. But then I'm not going to take the name of that particular person.
I know.
I mean, China. It's really like everybody just turned out to hate China now more than anything else, right? Like, people just dislike China. completely for what it's done to people and what basically it will do to people in the coming years. And you can't really discount that. Like, I mean, to be honest, it's like it's literally destroyed so many people's lives. And I mean, to say that China actually didn't see it coming and was completely unaware of
I
what was going to
seriously
come.
don't believe that they didn't see it coming, man. Come
Exactly,
on.
right? I mean, it's really
They
hard
wanted
to believe that exactly, right? It's really hard to believe that a country like China, who's not probably, who is basically the big five in the UN and probably one of the most important countries in the world, didn't see a pandemic coming, especially when it's in their country. When a country like Africa just reported saying that there is a pandemic in Congo pertaining to Ebola, when there are like just 10 people affected, and then China just comes in at the brink of the time when like there's like literally the infection is almost everywhere, and nearly like 80,000 people are affected, and then China comes in and tells you like, dude,
I think I have bad news
like,
for
I'm
you.
sorry, but we fucked up. Right? I mean that is messed up, right? I mean that you can't explain that. That is just wrong. It's just not right. Like and people saying ban Chinese apps, ban things, and I mean it's a way in which you can like boycott Chinese products in general, but then it's really difficult to do it as a whole. I feel like, yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Aditya, we have only 1 minute left, man. One strong message for the entire podcast, like a closing statement.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
only
it'll
have
be
a minute
amazing,
left.
especially coming from.
Yeah,
Yeah,
say
yeah, yeah.
something.
Come on, go for it.
I'll just say that we should, like the same thing I told before, we should we should enjoy our present. I think we should buy that particular thing that we have been dreaming of since a very long time now, and we are waiting for the right time, because I know that right time is not gonna come, and if that right time will come, I don't know if we'll be there or not. So I think if we want to buy a car maybe, and we have money for that, let's not save it and let's just spend and buy that car, because I don't know
Yeah,
if you'll save it
yeah,
and
yeah.
next time you break your hand or you break your head, that won't work, and you will regret that for your entire lifetime. So just do it today and enjoy it. Let's
Wonderful, man.
think about financial literacy or
That,
something like that.
that's really a message
That's
and a
the
half.
best
Like,
piece of advice you can give to.
yeah,
I mean,
I swear, like
I agree with you.
I swear,
Yeah. So okay, that's
agree,
about it.
100%.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, Winky. We can sign off for now.
Yeah. Always. Thanks, man, Aditya, for being in our podcast. It's really great to have you here. It's really sweet, really amazing. Best of luck with your YouTube channel and all.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Hey, please give us a shout out. In your next video, you would like to have a question from a verified
If you
YouTuber.
could, that'll be amazing.
Yeah, man.
That'll be
What
great.
I
Yeah.
didn't. You want a shout out?
Yeah, a shout out.
Yeah.
Like, for example, at
I
the
mein,
ending of the video,
and
you
guys,
can say
if you watch
something.
this YouTube,
Okay, sure. I'll-
that'll be amazing.
I'll implement it.
Also, guys, if you're watching this YouTube video, please go and check out Aditya. He has really good content, and you should probably check him out for sure. It's really amazing. Yeah.
Hello,
Thank
man.
you.
Bye bye.
So, his channel will be linked in the description down below, so check it out.
Thank you.
Paka.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Peace out, man. Good night.
Good night.